The only thing that's going to happen is something that's going to outdo it in the last day with that fire that Christ is bringing. But there's nothing on the planet Earth that ever happened that's equivalent to what happened when God destroyed all flesh in that day. This was a terrible day for mankind on the face of the earth. Do everybody understand that? Read on.
Greatly.
What?
Greatly.
Greatly. Read on.
Upon the earth.
Now, for Moses to put all those emphasis on all those words, what is he trying to tell you about how high them waters was upon the face of the earth? Prevailed above greatly. Read on.
And the ark went upon the face of the waters.
And the ark was upon the face of the waters, brother. So it was actually on top of everything, and it was still catching hell because stuff was still coming down, hitting it. But it was being preserved by God, but it was on top of the waters, almost reaching into outer space. A boat, up there, I know with the firmament, brother, where airplanes be. A boat. Now you tell me a whale could live up there, brother. Hell no. And certain fishes can't go they got to go with the water. They can't just be going swimming down. They'll die that way too, bro. They got to stay at a certain level. The Lord got this thing. He ain't. Okay, that's it on verse 18. Okay, from there we're going to go to Genesis chapter 1, verse 1 and 2, and then we're going to jump to 6. Genesis chapter 1. Verse 1 and 2, and we're going to try to give you an idea of how this water was. Genesis chapter 1, verse 1 and 2. Read that.
In the beginning.
In the beginning. Read on.
God created the heaven and the earth.
God created the heaven and the earth. Read on.
And the earth was without form.
And this is before he actually gave the earth that circle. Do everybody understand that? The earth was without form. It wasn't that circle yet. Read on.
And void.
And void. It didn't have anything in it. It was just empty. Do everybody understand that? Read on.
And darkness was upon the face of the deep.
So the deep is talking about outer space. And when you look at that, if the stars is not out there, if none of the things that the Lord have created is not out there, it's nothing but pitch blackness. Do everybody understand that? So this is what was there in the beginning. Deep outer space, darkness, nothing there. The earth was there, but it was in its element stage, and it was not yet formed into that circle. Do everybody understand that? Read on.
And the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters.
So what God is telling you is in outer space, that's also waters that's out there. That's why when you actually got visuals of that. When you see astronauts go into outer space, you see them out there like the fishes is in the sea. They floating around. They move in the same way. The way the astronauts train, they actually go beneath the ocean. They go beneath waters, and they actually train in the waters and walk around in the water so they can learn how to walk in outer space, because they was idiots and dingbats, and they went through a lot of trial and error, and a whole lot of people died and burnt the hell up before they figured out that it was water out there. Do everybody understand that? Do everybody understand that? Do everybody understand that? And it's cold with that water, brother. Listen, Esau went through some trial and error when he was dealing with outer space. They don't tell you nothing. But you know they idiots. They went through some trial and error, brother. People just went out of space and just froze, brother. They were just out there frozen. Esau said, how can we fight against this? So that's why the scripture says there was nothing that they can hide from thee, because the Lord was going to allow Satan to give them certain information to be able to fulfill certain prophecy. That's why his technology has come to the level that it has come on, because the Lord has allowed Satan, when you go into the word demon and all that, demon actually goes into the word of genius. I mean, this world is crazy. But nevertheless, the root or the etymology of a genius is a demon, because they're highly intelligent. And when you think about it, it makes sense, because they're highly intelligent to deceive. I mean, they really, hey, brother, ain't no stupid demon come up. No stupid demon never come up. You understand what I'm saying? When you just know it's Satan. A lot of times you got to say, wait a minute, something ain't right here. You got to figure out it's the devil. No demon come up drunk revealing himself and all that. I'm trying to destroy thee, you know. That don't happen, brother. Them cats go into some wisdom. They use wisdom. I'm going to get this sister. They use some wisdom, brother. You're fighting against some spirits. So what happened was the Lord allowed Satan to actually give them certain wisdom that was going to enable them to have the technology to be able to complete certain prophecies, and all that was done for the Lord's pleasure, because his word had to be fulfilled. Do everybody understand that? God's word was talking about that Esau would eventually go into outer space, so he had to know how to deal with the environment that was out there. Do everybody understand that? Well, the Lord had some fun and all kind of trial and everything, just like the plane, brother. They still ain't perfect that. Them guys are simple, man. Ain't no plane supposed to be crashing. I mean, all this time they flying, brother. You know what I'm saying? Guys are simple, man. All right, so everybody got that, right? Okay, read on.
Verse 6. And God said, let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters.
So now that God was trying to get ready to divide everything, and he was severing out the place that he was going to make earth, he put a firmament in the midst of the waters, right there in the middle, which was going to actually, it's going to tell you what it was doing. Read on.
And let it divide the waters from the waters.
So it actually divided the waters from the waters. Do everybody understand that? So that's our atmosphere, that's firmament. Everything beneath that firmament is our atmosphere in our world. Everybody understand that? Everything above that firmament is what's known as outer space. But the point we want to get out of all that is all water. Do everybody understand that? Even what we're dealing with is water, but the Lord just put it in a different element stage. Everybody understand that? We in water right now, but the Lord got it in different elemental stages. Everybody understand what I'm saying? So it's really science. I'm telling you, you can get into all kind of talks and conversations about the Bible. I mean, how can somebody say the Bible is boring and all that? What the hell wrong with you, man? Read on.
Verse 7.
Read.
And God made the firmament.
Verse 7. That's where you at, verse 7? You sure?
Yes, sir. We read verse 6 already.
Okay, read 6 again.
And God said, let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters.
Okay, read on.
And let it divide the waters from the waters.
And let it divide the waters from the waters. Everybody got that? Okay, read on.
And God made the firmament and divided the waters which were under the firmament
Read on.
from the waters which were above the firmament.
Read on.
And it was so.
So I actually gave you that point to let you know when it says the windows of heaven was actually open, to let you know that water came down. When the Lord allowed that water to come from outer space, he caused it to change its element stage. Do everybody understand that? And it actually came into the waters that we experience in raindrops and floods, and it was actually pouring down. Do everybody understand what I'm saying? Do everybody understand what I'm saying? Okay, from there, let's go to now. Let's go to, so now that we see that, let's go back to the book of Genesis chapter 2. And read 13 and 14 again. Genesis chapter 2, verse 13. Y'all can put the map down now. Genesis chapter 2, verse 13 and 14. So I'm telling you what got us to this point. Genesis chapter 2, verse 13, 14. Read.
And the name of the second river is Gihon. The same is it that compasseth the whole land of Ethiopia. And the name of the third river is Hiddekel. That is it which goeth toward the east of Assyria. And the fourth river is Euphrates.
Okay, everybody got that, right? Okay, now let's go through that again. Give me the 10th verse, and I'm gonna start speeding now, because let's go through it. Let's go through it. Give me the 10th verse.
And the river went out of Eden to water the garden, and from thence it was parted.
Okay, so that river that went out of Eden is known as what, everybody? The what, everybody? Read on.
And became into 4 heads.
And the garden is known as what, everybody? What is the garden, everybody? Jerusalem. I don't hear everybody. What is the garden, everybody? I'm about to prove that right now. Read on.
The name of the first is Pison.
The name of the first river is Pison. Read on.
That is it which compasseth the whole land of Havilah.
Read on.
Where there is gold, and the gold of that land is good. There is bdellium and an onyx stone. And the name of the second river is Gihon. The same is it that compasseth the whole land of Ethiopia.
Read on.
And the name of the third river is Hiddekel. That is it which goeth toward the east of Assyria.
Read on.
And the fourth river is Euphrates.
And the fourth river is the river Euphrates. Does everybody understand that? Now, give me the book of Ecclesiasticus chapter 24 in the Apocrypha. Again, I'm telling you, this is why they hid the Apocrypha, brethren, and sisterin. Ain't that I think that's a cup that hold water. Sisters. Ecclesiasticus chapter 24, and we're going to start now. We're going to start at a strange verse. This verse is strange, so pay close attention to it. Ecclesiasticus chapter 24, verse 30. Read.
For I also came out as a brook from a river.
Now read that one more time.
I also came out as a brook from a river.
Okay, read it again.
I also came out as a brook from a river.
What's a brook, everybody? A small stream. Everybody understand that? Now pay very close attention to this stuff. Came out as a brook from a river. Read on.
And as a conduit into a garden.
And as a conduit into a garden. Others starting to ring bell. Garden. Read on.
I said, I will water my best garden.
I said, I will water my best garden. Give me the 30th verse again.
I also came out as a brook from a river.
Okay, so that brook is talking about a small stream. Do everybody understand that? Okay, so this is what happened. In the beginning, in that actual part of the where the Garden of Eden.